We ventured out to Beaumont's FGC community, where they were hosting Big Money Battle Royale, their first paid monthly. There is where we met a few individuals and got their insight over esports and other FGC related topics.
So my tag is Leo Man, Leo capital MAN. You know, you may know the Dr. Wily Robot Masters. That's how he named them like that. So I'm a Leo sign. So the games I played: Killer Instinct, Guilty Gear, and Injustice. If you know me in the scene, Atrocitus fits me very well with Injustice. I play Orchid. I like to whiff punish people. I don't like to, I want you to make the mistake so I can capitalize off of it. That's why I play Orchid. And I play Jacko because, I like the butt. I'm just gonna be honest. Yeah, I like the butt.
Okay, my tag is Canyon444 with a K instead of a C at the beginning. I mainly play KI, which my main character is Riptor. And I've been picking up Injustice 2, maining Blue Beetle, and I'm interested in picking up Tekken, maining Heihachi.
So I'm Roberto Obregon. My tag is SETX Leonic, Leonic. I play SF5, and there I play Karen. I also play Injustice, where I play Robin, Guilty Gear, where I play Johnny, Killer Instinct, where I play Jago, and Smash Melee, where I play Marth, and PM, where I play Pikachu and Marth.
So let's start off, guys. What does the FGC mean to you?
FGC means somewhere I can honestly be myself, play the games, I can express myself and how I want to play. So it's just an extension of myself. Like, whenever I'm playing Atrocitus, I'm an angry, big person. So, whenever I'm sitting there punching you or spitting napalm at you, you know that I'm really enjoying it. Like, whenever I'm playing, I will literally put the red ring on and yell the oath and everything. I am all into that.
FGC to me is, this is gonna be kind of weird or whatever, but I didn't get my drive to really try and better myself until later in life, to really strive to try to do things. It's cool to go somewhere and hang out with people and be able to learn things and work on things, and you have an instant gratification of when you get better. It's a very rewarding process.
Right. FGC, it's basically a community where people can come together for one reason only and forget all of our differences at the door. Whenever we meet up, all that doesn't matter. We just want to get together and have fun, play games, run tournaments, go to events, and that's really the best part about it.
The FGC recently had its big break with Street Fighter V being televised on ESPN. What are your thoughts about that? Is the FGC going in the right direction in terms of esports?
It's going to lean toward positive, but I do have some mixed things about it, because ESPN, with their being a sponsor, has, I'm not going to say family friendly, because, it may not be, but I guess censoring people like Armika's suit and stuff like that, the character doesn't change the character, but it may cut off somebody's expression of the character. They may like her because of what she is or whatever. But I think that's my only gripe about it. But I think the more publicity that FGC gets, the more it'll rival, I guess, other esports, like CS. Well, maybe not the popularity of CS:GO, but it'll at least be it's at least being televised. It at least is, people are seeing it. Whether or not you're complaining about it or praising it on Twitter, there's still publicity. So either way, we're all winning, whether or not you're complaining about it or not. Because now somebody on your follower list is so what are you complaining about? Before you know it, they've already checked it out. Before you know it, they've already got the hit or whatever it is that they need to show that what's going on. So that's how I feel with it.
Everything has good and bad qualities. It's great to have games get exposure and to have people that potentially wouldn't have thought about playing games play games. I didn't, personally, for me, example, whenever Smash 4 came out, I got the game. I'm I've always liked Smash games. I'm gonna really try and get good at it. And digging into the tech and the videos, I found out Melee was still a big game. I had never heard of the Melee competitive scene until I started looking into that. And had I known about the Melee competitive scene back when Melee came out, I might have gotten into FGC a lot sooner, and I might be a lot better than I am now. So, having that exposure opens the doors for people who otherwise wouldn't have found out about it. But I mean, whenever you have something that generalized, there's always a lot of hoops to jump through. So I mean, for the big stage, it's good, but for smaller communities, I think if they stay what they're doing and don't worry about, the kind of specifics like that, I think it should be fine.
So what are your thoughts on Smash? Why does it not have the same respect as other games in the FGC? Why is there such a bad stigma towards that game?
Well, simple answer for it, really. One, Sakurai and the way he's dealing with the game, he needs to accept that FGC is a thing. FGC has adopted it. FGC has made this what it is. You're still going to have your casual market, but you just need to not ignore the people that are playing your game, because the mechanics that are going to be deeper in the game, casuals won't find. So, I mean, like, it doesn't hurt the game. So I think Sakurai needs to back off a little bit. I'm not saying Sakurai needs to stop making the game. No. I think that's completely asinine. But another thing is the community is young as well. And community has to pay its dues. Just like I'm a Killer Instinct player, I have to pay my dues. Like, KI is not at EVO, but Smash 4 is. But that's because Smash 4 paid its dues and literally won't stop supporting the game. Whereas Killer Instinct is just like, oh, we're a 2D fighter, we should get what we get, and it's just like, that's just not it. And Smash 4 needs to keep paying its dues and keep doing what it's doing, and the more people will respect it, because there are top players like in Street Fighter that want to see how the game is played now, are getting interested in it. Or you could go into Melee or whatever, how Jigglypuff just literally, it's just footsies all day and stuff like that. It's just like different aspects that bleed over into it. And I mean, I think it's going well, just as far as just like, but like I said, you got to pay your dues. You got to sit in the dark. Well, maybe not bathroom games, but you got to sit in the corner in the back. You know what I'm saying? And get your games in or whatever, and then more people just notice it. And I think it's on the right track.
It's just because it's so different that people, like, I mean, I guess I would say like FGC purist or FGC elitist would consider it more of like, oh, well, that's not how I know fighting games, so I don't want to classify that as a fighting game, because then they feel like they have to include more things that are a broader category for fighting games, and they don't want to do that. A lot of people are like, I want my Street Fighter and I want my Mortal Kombat, and that's, generally it, except for games that look like them. But I mean, it really doesn't help that the intention of the game was to be a party game. That always hurts it, but I think it's just because it's so different, and somebody coming from like from a Street Fighter background to like Smash, it's so foreign that they just immensely want to push it away because they know they're not good at it immediately. Like, their skills don't transfer over as well as it would to other games.
Honestly, I don't know, to be quite honest. I think it's just people that are stuck in the old ways that think, oh, Smash is a party game, don't bother with it. It's just not true, not to me. Like, and that's the general consensus among everyone here. We see Smash as an FG, as a fighting game. We see it on the same level as SF5, we see it on the same level as Killer Instinct, Guilty Gear, all that good stuff. It's not a different game. Different mechanics, sure. Different conditions for winning, yes, but it's still a fighting game at its core. That's what most of us believe here.
And lastly, how can we spread awareness to others about the FGC?
I mean, invite people to local. Take pictures of events, put it on Facebook, being like, hey, I'm having a fun time. If you think you can press buttons better than me, come check it out, I think part of it is just, inviting people, and like I said before, be nice about everything, just try to help people understand games. And I think another of it is to generate fun by, casual smack talking, or, putting up money to make, things more hype.
Honestly, just be yourself on all your social media platforms. If you enjoy the FGC, talk about it. If you enjoy the FGC, talk about it. If, like me, I am who I am on my social media, I'm not gonna, say anything like that's not out of my character. So like, when you know me, I know I love video games, all of this stuff and other things. And I think that we as the community need to show our love, because I think that passion is infectious. When you show passion about it, other people are going to start asking questions about it. And so whenever you start doing that, I think that other people will start asking you questions, start getting in, and be like, oh, well, I want to come in, I want to, share this or whatever. And there's a lot of people that don't know that this exists. I take it up on the beat of my job. If I bring somebody at least to come around and come share it with me, I think I've done my job for the FGC as a whole. Because now, even if they're not playing, they're at least watching. They're at least generating the numbers. There's money and stuff being on it, and they want the games to grow.